Good evening and welcome to the programme. So, if you travel by train, the chances are you'll be paying just a shade under 6% more for your ticket from January. But the increases are far from uniform, with season ticket holders on some routes having to pay out even more. The railway companies claim you'll get a better service for the extra cash. Our transport correspondent Tom Edwards looks at who'll be paying what for their journey to work.
In 2 weeks' time, commuters' train fares will be going up by on average 6%. And that's unwelcome news for those who catch the crowded trains into town from St Albans.
I don't think it's very fair because some people have to use the trains all the time, so they've got no other alternative, so they've got to pay quite a lot more money.
It's ridiculous. They need to start making pay cuts with their own bonuses and use that money to invest in their infrastructure. This is that simple.
And it could have been even worse for commuters. An 8% fare rise had been planned until the government recently changed its mind. Train companies say the 5.9% average fare rise is needed. How do you justify 6% could be more next year if the service isn't improving?
Train companies understand that they always need to do better, but services have improved over the last 10 years, partly because of the large investment that has gone into improving services. And that money comes from fares.
Do you honestly believe that services have got better?
Services have been improving.
That rise means an annual season ticket from Bishop Stortford will go up by 7.1% to just over £3,300. From Cuffley in Hertfordshire, an annual will go up by 6% to nearly £1,700. And from Redhill in Surrey, a season ticket will increase by 5% to nearly £2,500.
They don't get any better, more regular, they're late every day. We're getting old trains, it's a rip-off really.
Travelling from here to Hatfield is costing me about £13 every day, so extra money is not good as a student.
This is the new Western Concourse at King's Cross. The government says higher fares are paying for improvements like this. While there are signs of investment in the railways in the capital, many commuters will say actually their service has got worse and got more overcrowded, even when prices have gone up and up. What the government's trying to do overall is shift the burden from the taxpayer onto the fare payer. Out of every £1 you spend on a train ticket, 48p goes to Network Rail, 17 goes on staff, another 17 on maintenance, 11p on trains, 4p on fuel, and 3p goes on profit. But campaigners say fares must still be lower.
On average, the cost of running the British rail network is 40% greater than in equivalent countries in Europe, so that needs to come down. We also need to make sure that more people are encouraged to use the railway.
Tube and bus fares are also going up by a similar amount in the new year. The government says it has listened to passengers, but as fares escalate, many want to know why they're paying more for improvements when they're getting very little benefit.
Well, let's go live now to Tom, who's outside Victoria Station for us this evening. And Tom, it's not just increased fares that people are worried about, is it? It's this potential strike on Boxing Day as well.
Yeah, 8 football clubs are due to be playing on Boxing Day, and there is concern, particularly about that Boxing Day strike by ASLEF tube drivers. There's also concern, in particular, from Arsenal and Chelsea. They're worried about their staff and also their fans getting the ground. And I have to say, there has been talk about postponing those games, although I have to say it is only talk at the moment. Now, what's happening tomorrow is London Underground are going to the High Court. They're going to try and get an injunction to try and stop that tube strike. So we'll find out tomorrow if this tube strike is going to go ahead.
OK, we'll wait and see. Tom, thanks very much indeed.